But my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe, this is the most badass YouTube broadcasting all in all land. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tommy C, and my point man today is none other than Ace Trainer Liam, and we're going to be talking about the great new game, Battlefront 2 Star Wars. Liam, are you excited about this exciting new game and all the options that it comes with?
Oh my god, there's so much DLC. How
Bro, there's so much DLC. Man? Think about that. Once you're done paying for the game, you can continue to play for the game, and you can pay for the game some more and get lots of new stuff, like Boba Fett with Boba Fett. I can't even say the name. It's so exciting.
Oh my god, man. Fucking hell.
We were talking about this off the line. That's old gaming shows, like back prior to YouTube, were like that. They were like everybody was really excited. Hi, I'm Joe from MTV Gaming News. You know,
oh my fucking god. It reminds me of an old fucking Sky One show called Gamesville with a Z.
And everybody's excited about it. None of the games suck. They're all fucking good.
Yeah, every game was the best fucking game ever.
Yes. Yeah. Unless they were doing like covering E.T. or like some 2600 games.
Yeah.
And they would do that really exciting too. Let's go over the worst games of all time. Coming in number 1, E.T. the extraterrestrial. Totally took 5 days to make and then to bury it in the desert in New Mexico.
And it'd be like zoom, 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 all these fucking transitions.
Boom, boom,
boom. My god, it's retro time. We're talking about Tetris this week, boys.
Exactly right. You're exactly. It's retro time. That's right, guys. It's retro time. I don't miss that shit at all. It actually it turned me away from esports and gaming because, you know, when I hit 30, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I really like video games, but I don't want to tell anybody.
That's because you stopped feeling like I'm a fan of video games, and you were like, wow, these guys really make me feel like a fucking nerd.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Jesus, I don't know anybody like that. Most people I know play video games, you know, haven't left their parents' house or anything.
Oh, my fucking god.
Oh, my God. Well, everybody is freaking the fuck out, and maybe rightfully so, minus the death threats.
This company isn't making the game the way I want it to. I'll fucking kill you, boy.
I'll fucking kill you, man. I'll fucking kill you.
That's the value of a human life in 2017, is give me my fucking DLC, bitch.
Yeah, Jesus. Well, you know, I do come from the generation of Quake when, you know, people made their own DLC. They were called mods, and everything was free. If new maps came out, they were free. ID Software always saw to that. And it is a it is a brave new world out there when they figured out that, you know, when they started doing it at first, it wasn't too bad because it was dirt cheap, but now it's actually, you know, everybody was telling me, are you getting this game? Are you getting this game? And I really wanted to, but I bought the first one premium. I hate fucking waiting for shit, right? I spent a lot of money on that, right? And then I got Battlefield 1, which I generally like. I think it's a great game. It's a real experience. But I put it down for a couple months, and I couldn't grind my way up to something decent. And I ended up having to spend, just this past weekend, another $30 just to get weapons to be able to compete. Jesus. You can't be hitting headshots and only doing 60 points a day, 60% damage. You can't. Not at this stage when the game's a year old. So it's just like, I mean, I get where a lot of these gamers are coming from. It's like the expense never ends. I'll remember one time when Baited fell apart, and I was streaming Battlefield on, and I'll even, this is one of the reasons, the biggest reason I didn't get Star Wars. I bought Battlefield twice, once for PS4.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, both premium. You know, I'm a fucking idiot is what I am.
You're doing the Lord's work, man. The thing I hate as well is, you know, when, like, occasionally you'll have a little cluster of viewers, like regulars, that are like, you need to play this game, Liam. Buy this fucking game. Buy this game. You buy that game, and they're like, I might come and check out one of the streams.
Yeah,
Dude,
thanks.
I just bought the fucking game because you told me to.
I didn't buy it. That wasn't really the reason, but that's a good reason, because I don't know how many times I've had like tons of emails and requests, and then to come in, I get fucking 3 people in the goddamn stream, you know. And even on here, you know, I miss EverQuest, Will Herons. You're an old fart, Will.
Jesus Christ. I haven't had EverQuest in years, mate.
Well, there is a news update. EA Dice, they they dropped the price. This coming in from Kotaku, my favorite group of people on the earth.
So reputable.
Yes. They're a big part of Gamergate. They were the exposed part, the bad guys. Star Wars Battlefront 2 Heroes were a little expensive to unlock. Responding to widespread criticism, a new blog post from E.O.H outlines a major reduction in unlocking the franchise iconic characters. One of the major appeals to the Star Wars Battlefront 2 is the chance to participate in massive battles from the films and play as iconic characters as Luke and Darth Vader. This weekend, players broke down the numbers. They said it would play as some heroes. Some estimates placed the process at 40 hours. Players were so disappointed that a reply from E.O.H outlining the decision, the most downvoted post in Reddit history. A new blog announced that the price of the heroes would be reduced by 75%. And I have to ask myself, you know, it's one thing. We're not getting a full game. We're spending 60, 80 bucks, and we're not getting a full game.
Yeah, we're getting bits of a game. It's not like the good old days where it was buy the game and you reach a certain point and you can unlock the characters. They're all in there. It's like you really have to fucking work for it this time. 40 hours of gameplay for a single fucking character.
Yeah, and for a 40-year-old guy with 2 kids,
exactly, like the kind of guys that are getting
and a YouTube channel and everything else I have to do, it's impossible. Yeah.
The kind of guys that get 10th prestige on Call of Duty who are playing 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, yeah, they can get those sorts of achievements. They can get that sort of level.
Because they're good.
But regular fucking Joe who just bought the game because he's like, I like video games, but I still have to go to work to support my fucking family.
Yeah, right.
How's he going to get that shit? He has to play as the basic fucking battle droid, mate. Poor lad.
Yeah, I know. And it also gets to a point where everybody's grinding. Like, I had to pay for the shortcut pack. That you can't compete unless you get in day one.
The thing with EA as well is they're like, we're doing it so that you have a sense of accomplishment. Imagine how accomplished you're going to feel.
I felt more accomplished when I earned the money, EA. That's my fucking money.
When you've got 40 hours of gameplay behind you, think how great you're going to feel. And you're like, dude, I'm never going to get there.
Yeah, or I could just smoke a joint and feel great. Too.
Yeah,
I mean,
or you can just pay the microtransaction. Like, it's the only reason they've made it like this is so they can force the microtransactions, because you'll be grinding and grinding and grinding. You'll be about 20 hours into your grind, and you'll go, you know what, fuck this. I can't do double this. I'm just going to pay $30 fucking and unlock all the characters. And that takes the sense of accomplishment out of the game, because you're like, I just spent double the price of the game to get a couple of extra characters.
Speedy Bird became
I might try out and not like.
Yeah,
which is a real fucking option.
It's a ripoff. It's a straight ripoff. It's, you know, it's one thing if a year later they come out with a few things and they say, look, if you want to add this, all right, even that's kind of cheesy. But if they actually develop something that you have to download that wasn't with the initial product, okay, here's a couple bucks and you can have a little more of this, that, and the other thing. That'd be great. It's one thing if all the microtransactions are cosmetic. And that's probably how they fucking spin this. In other words, you can make your character look different, that and the other thing, but you can still play the whole game and compete with everybody else, the level playing field. That's not what's happening here. And microtransactions are really, in my opinion, for independent companies or smaller companies, loot crates included, to build their product. But the thing is, like, when I bought H1Z1 and they had microtransactions, right? The game was like $20 and I got 2 games. Even though H1Z1 Just Survive went to shit, I still got my fucking money's worth out of it. And I think to this day on Steam, it's the game I've played the most of all time. And you know, so I still got what I wanted out of it and everything that I paid. And then I wanted to pay for stuff. Like, well yeah, I want a Rastafarian backpack in the goddamn zombie apocalypse. You know, I wanted to pay for it because, you know, I had an extra $30 left over. And another thing is they don't change it like with you guys. It's really it's £60 for a game, right?
Yeah.
It's also $60. £60 is like fucking $80.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like a real ripoff.
We get ripped.
Yeah, and then euros at €60 is $60. I mean, what a fucking ripoff.
Because that's not like it's not. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't represent the actual value of the game.
No, it doesn't.
It's not true to the value. It's basically going, it's worth $60 over here.
Yeah.
And $60 over there is worth $80 over here, £80 over here, or whatever it is. No, it's worth $60 over where you are. Is like over in America is like 50, 40 pounds,
Yeah,
isn't
50,
it?
40 pounds. Yeah, I bet you
Yeah.
like to pay 50 or 40 pounds for a game.
But over
That'd
here,
be
we pay
great.
double for the games.
Yeah, you pay double for the game simply by virtue of the
The thing,
sterling being
the thing I
stronger.
fucking hate is nowadays there is a culture of we're going to release this game, but we're not going to release the full game. We're going to take your money, we're going to take more than the price of what games used to cost, and we're going to give you less of a game. Like, me and you both come from a time where when you bought a game, you were buying the fucking complete article.
I know,
everything that you could possibly get was in the disc or the cartridge or whatever. Like, I'm streaming a lot of Final Fantasy VIII at the moment, and everything's in there. It's not like I had to buy the game and then buy loads of extra DLC packs and shit. It was a complete game. Nowadays, we pay more money for half a fucking game all the time.
Where did we go wrong? Was it? I think it was. To me, I seem to remember Xbox Live.
Where we went wrong is buying the fucking games and just accepting it. They were like, whatever fucking developers were like, oh, we're gonna release this game, but this time, this special one time, we're gonna have DLC, and you're gonna have to pay extra for it. Us fucking idiots going, okay, that sounds great. Fucking buying the DLC. If no one would have bought it, it never would have taken off.
Minus the death threats.
Yeah, minus the death threats.
I don't even know. I think they're comical. And I'll get into the death threats because Boogie had a meltdown on Twitter. So we're gonna go over that.
There's a first.
I appreciate this overreaction, so to speak, by gamers because it worked with COD. We got our World War II. It seems to have a giant impact on, except for Ghostbusters 2, or the girls' Ghostbusters. Didn't seem to work there. They still went through with that stupid ass project. But it does seem to roll them back because, you know, I'm sure they're sitting in a room. They made a 75% cut on Darth Vader. So they're thinking to themselves, they thought to themselves, we can get, you know, we're going to piss off a lot of people and we're going to alienate a lot of people. But the young people coming up, they're not going to know this is any different and they're going to pay for it. They went about 15 percentage points too high. And then they're just going to change it. And the problem is there probably has to be a boycott, a legit boycott organized with people that have influence. Simply telling the manufacturer or the developer not to do this, it's probably not even up to them.
Yeah,
they're basically, their bosses are telling, how much money are you gonna get? We expect this. You're gonna lose your job, and the best way to do that is through loot crates. The best way to do this microtransaction. The best way to look that is to make Darth Vader ridiculously expensive, $80. And Darth Vader's not locked, and Darth Vader's in the trailer, so they're essentially, it's false advertising.
Yeah.
So
they're advertising him in the trailer, and you can't access him without paying for double the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Thanks for that.
The problem is like a boycott wouldn't help because not enough people would boycott. Because you got to remember, the developers, like you said, are catering to the younger people who don't know any better. Who go, oh, Darth Vader's an extra $80. Mom, I want that $80. Give me Darth Vader. And it's the same as it's Jake Paul syndrome.
This is where I disagree.
It's cater to the younger audience. Just don't give a shit about what the older people that can think for themselves are saying, because they're not where the money is. The money is in the younger people pestering their mums and dads because they don't know any better.
Nothing you said is wrong, but this is where I disagree, and I use Gamergate in this example. If the right people, like Total Biscuit, Boogie, and you get really YouTubers, and they start a sort of organization where we're not, I mean, this is pipe dreaming on my part, but I do believe this would work. I honestly do think that if you get top flight, PewDiePie, we're not doing this anymore. And I, PewDiePie, I Boogie29988, I Total Biscuit are going to tell the people I will not review your game as Total Biscuit because you're ripping people off. Yeah, because they're doing just what you said. They're concentrating on the kids that are just, they don't know any better. They have no consumer sense because everything's paid for them in life. So all they're going to do is, you know, cry and whine to their mom, and mom's like, God, maybe he'll shut up if I buy him Darth Vader. But I do think we do have the political clout. We saw it in Gamergate. If certain people in the community said enough, I do think that would help. I don't know. It's unlikely, but I think a lot of things in the boycott realm are a lot less possible than this. I do think this is possible, but it's going to take independent YouTube personalities, YouTube reviewers, and whatever it is that Boogie does. I guess I don't know what he does.
For it to work, it would have to be the literal biggest people on the platform.
Yes, and I think
because the thing is, if the big names do it, like if let's say a handful of big names do it, the developers will still be like, yeah, but look at all these other multi-million sub-channels that are still willing to not boycott us.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be a fucking site-wide agreement by everybody, all the big guns.
I think, well, you know what? I think if he pulled just one kind of Poots got involved, I think other people would join along just because it's the fun thing to do. You know, you get.
But then the problem there is like, I don't know how much fucking influence PewDiePie still has after all his mainstream media garbage.
With us, he does. It doesn't matter the mainstream. PewDiePie was never influenced the mainstream as it was. So I mean,
true.
So I think we're in our old world. We could turn them upside down in no time. I would support something like that. I am happy as hell that I didn't buy this fucking video game. And you know, the last one, although it had a good vibe, I felt like it was a start. It wasn't that good. You know, it wasn't that great.
I mean, the thing is with like run and gun shooters for me, like your Battlefront, Battlefields, and like your even Call of Duty to an extent.
Yeah.
I'm very much like, once I've played a few matches, I've got the gist of the game. Like the game that's the game, and that's all it will ever be.
Well,
it's tricky.
That's all that it's ever supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's.
But I don't know if it's worth the price tag these days.
I'm wondering myself.
Like, yeah, the graphics are better every time, and there's new weapons and new perks,
but
and
don't forget
new call signs and shit.
Me and you look at it a lot differently than most people.
Yeah.
We look at it as, can I get my money back and then some? Am I buying this game? I'm buying this game to actually make money. So me and you look at it a lot different than some
I mean,
of the other
a good
folks.
example there is the Pokemon Tekken kind of crossover, which is called Pokken Tournament. I paid £50 for that on the day of release, and I've got probably 2 hours, if that, of gameplay on it because I just got really bored of it really quickly.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't play a game on my channel that makes me bored because people won't be entertained because they can see when I'm bored and they can see when I'm not. So I was like, I just dropped 50 big ones for nothing.
For nothing. Well, I've done that a lot too. I mean, like when beta first happened, I was like, I'm going to be a game streamer and I'm going to make money on the side. It's not that fucking easy. Even with the support like a show like Beta, you have to build a relationship with your audience as a streamer. You have to let them know. And a lot of people thought, I didn't think this would happen to me. Like, you're not legit. You're only jumping on this. So it took me a while to sort of prove my credentials.
Yeah.
And talk about, you know, because I really love retro, you know me, that I definitely had an interest. God, I would play more. You know what? When I'm playing video games, the whole world knows it because I'm streaming. I rarely play video games, but I don't even get that much time. I wish I could. I never fucking have enough time to get good at any one of them. You know, it's really ridiculous. Let's go to Boogie. He had did I lose you? Oh, fuck. Did we lose the stream? No, we didn't lose the stream. Hopefully. All right, we'll try to get Liam back on the air. I guess he's got gerbils running in a circle trying to get that internet up, but we'll get him right back on. Your PC just died. All right, well, I'll go over this with the crew. Let me put the host mode on and make sure you don't see Liam shit. Just call back, reboot, call back. Shit happens on live streams. Call back or let me know to call you. All right. So whatever. All right, we'll go over this. Actually, I have to, because I don't want to expose any of Liam's information. Yeah, here we go. What's his name had a meltdown. This guy Sean right here. Apparently, he's the big muck-a-muck that's in charge of this. Like surfing, M&A, classic rock and guitars, fine whiskey and beer. Opinions expressed are mine alone, not my employer. Say the N-word. See if they give a fuck if you wrote that. Yeah, let's see. God, what a douche. Since when do fucking yuppie douchebags run gaming companies? I thought you were supposed to be kind of like, I don't know, cool. Well, you can see that his tweets are protected. And I mean, to me, he's being a bit of a pussy, but certainly I'm not encouraging people or thinking it's okay to send death threats. But, you know, he before, I guess he locked his tweets like a candy ass he is. He wrote, so I'm up to 7 death threats and over 1,600 individual personal attacks. Yeah, You can see this guy needs a fucking safe space. And yes, for legal reasons, I'm keeping track. Fine. Go to the police. Nobody has the right to threaten your life. And why, you might ask? Because of an unpopular feature in a game. It's not even a feature. It's an unpopular, I guess I'm looking for the word here. It's an unpopular product. It's not a feature. Feature's already in the game. The problem is the feature you're talking about is not in the game. You got to pay more for it. And it's extremely misleading. The fact that you only got 7 death threats is amazing to me. And it does not say anything about gamers. All right, Boogie? It doesn't say anything. 7 for a Star Wars game at this magnitude, folks. Goddamn, gaming's bigger than Hollywood. Gaming's bigger, and you want to bet your balls when they do something wrong with X-Men. I mean, strictly movies, Spider-Man and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure the people that make the movie get death threats too. So the fact that you only got 7 isn't that much. If more than 2 of them are over the age of 18, I would be shocked. So Sean, or at Big Sean 66, you're not that big. You're just kind of a pussy. Now, Boogie has a meltdown, in my opinion. This is why no one takes our requests seriously. This is why developers hate us. Well, guess what? They don't get a fucking choice. They pay their goddamn bills, pricks. And a lot of times they don't listen to us because they're fucking in this stupid goddamn progressive ideology where they think they have a right not to be criticized. 1,600 personal attacks. You're fucking major name public. You don't gotta have a Twitter account. Stupid. I got personally attacked. Fuck you. So do I. God damn, I only have a 30,000 sub channel and only about fucking 3,000 active people. For Christ's sake, stop being such a pussy. This is why they don't care if they screw us over. Well, that's not true because they lowered it, Boogie. So that's actually not true at all. This is why we can't have nice things. What's the idea? Like, I don't know. This is why we can't have nice things. But he talks like he's talking to a toddler. That's the way he talks. That's my problem with Boogie. He talks to people like he's talking to a toddler. We can't have nice things. This is why you can't have nice things. This is why we are attacked by progressives every day. So what? Progressives are completely fucking unreasonable. And you placating to you. And you know what, Boogie? I got a lot of shit for calling you out about your fucking pussyfoot and backtracking on Nita Sarkeesian. Guess what? We, the gamer, it's not up to fucking us to please the progressive. And you act like if somehow we do, they just won't change course and stop bitching about something else. Well, guess what, Boogie? They will. Fuck the progressives. They're a bunch of authoritarian assholes that at very least deserve to be ignored and probably deserve to be attacked on Twitter and other places if they choose to make themselves public figures. Not by death threats, but by criticism. Yeah, there you go. This is why the media hates us. Good! I like the fact that the media hates us. I think it's wonderful. They're bad people. You imagine that? This is why the Soviets hate us. This is why the Nazis hate us. Because we're not, that's actually World War II got started. We don't like the Germans angry, so let's give them the Czech Republic. That'll work. No, it didn't. I know that's a little bit of a stretch, but come on. Let's see if we can get Liam back on. God damn. Ridiculous. Yeah, imagine a game. And you know what, Negative Mind? That's what the problem is here. These people think they live in a world. They think they live in a world where they don't have to take criticism. That's what the whole fucking Gamergate thing was about, at least their defense. Everything was sexist. Everything was racist. It had nothing to do with them manipulating the media and sucking cock to get a higher rating on Steam. Literally sucking cock. Literally sucking cock. It's ridiculous. Oh, Liam, don't leave me. Oh, Liam boy, the pipes are calling from Skype. Internet connection problem. What the fuck? You there? Fuck. We're losing Liam. I don't like to lose Liam. I love Liam. Does a great fucking job. This is a load of crack. Oh, he's back. He's back. The big shot 100K YouTuber fucking has a goddamn has a
shitty PC. Fuck
I
me.
also just went on one of my best rants ever. Well, one.
I know. I heard it because I brought it up on my phone. But fucking hell.
Fucking. What do you think?
Jesus, do you know how fucking embarrassing that is? That's the equivalent of like walking on stage with your dick out, being a YouTuber and having your computer go, nah, mate, we ain't doing this shit.
Yeah,
that's fucking awful.
What did you think about Boogie's criticisms here? I thought they were.
That's why we can't have nice things.
I mean, Jesus Christ! Like, what fucking planet are we from?
It's like you said, it wasn't that many death threats. Like 7 death threats for a fucking EA game.
No kidding. Send them to the cops. You got you have no right to take a death threat. But as far as personal attacks, oh come on, please. That pisses me off. $15 from Jeff.
Hey.
Toddy, keep the content coming. Fuck these cucks and SJWs. We'll share it around. If you got people sick of telling you how to live or talk or goofing on you for being a gamer, come on over here.
Fucking I got lots of threats.
Yeah. It's just, 7 death threats.
It's not 7 death threats is not a big deal. Like when you've got 40,000 death threats, then it's a problem. Then get in touch.
The FBI. And I locked my account. It's my 4,000 sub Twitter account. But Tommy, appeasement worked so well in World War II. That's true. That's true. Neville Chamberlain. Oh, wait a minute. He even said it didn't work. Yeah, I know who Neville Chamberlain is. You know that? Actually, in fairness to Neville Chamberlain, he came clean, said he made a terrible mistake, and fought with all his heart and soul for Queen and Country, or not King and Country back then, for King and Country, and said he was wrong, and helped Churchill. So that's like Boogie, learn from World War II.
Yeah, that shit doesn't fly in 2017. No one admits they're wrong in 2017.
Yeah, I know. Like, Neville Chamberlain is a real man. I fucked up, but I fucked up for the good of the country. I thought it would save lives. It ended up killing more. Now we got to kill these fucking Nazis.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. Nazi. I wish I get a thing. Thanks for the subscription. I do appreciate it. So
still need to change that so it says subscribed to.
Yeah, I know. I got rid of the zombie and I fucked that up.
Just coming after you.
Yeah, I know. I finally got rid of the zombie, which was getting me a lot of subs, by the way. But I was afraid if all right, I got an admission to make. The first 2 days I actually forgot. The next 2 days I didn't because it was working with the zombie. And
people were just subbing to see the zombie.
I started getting notifications and just remember to take the zombie off. Remember to take the zombie off. And the first couple I ignored. Yeah. And then I was like, if I forget it this time, everybody's going to know it's bullshit. So I forgot to put Shot from the point and all that other good shit.
Breaking the fourth wall, Tommy.
Yeah. Let's see. This is why we are afraid to call ourselves gamers. I'm not, and I'm fucking 40. I should be more afraid than you.
Dude, I'm not afraid to call myself a fucking tosser. Like, I don't give a shit.
This is why Francis exists, to mock these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. And they deserve to be mocked. I'll give them that. That's the only one I sort of agree with. This is why some men and women won't date us. That's you, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, like...
Just fucking... you see this guy next to me?
I've never had a girl say she won't date me because I sent death threats to EA.
or that you're even in Pokemon. Yeah, you're a Pokemon guy. Dude, I want everybody to take a good look at Liam. This guy gets puss.
It's fucking just. Have you seen that?
This guy gets the puss.
She's fucking unreal.
Yeah, and his girlfriend's pretty hot too.
With the shiniest of fucking foreheads, rivaling only Tommy C.
I don't think women care about. Guys care about this.
Guys care about it.
Yeah, guys care about this. Dude, don't care about
the thing is, you know when you're under fucking studio lights all fucking day, you're gonna have an oily fucking forehead, guys. Yeah. You're gonna have a bit of fucking sheen on the dome. My hair doesn't go forward as far as it used to.
Do you have any idea? I don't think you fuckheads understand what it's like and the struggles we have to go through as streamers.
It's so hard to be
me. Jesus, have a little respect. Come on, we're doing this for you. Jesus. This is why we have to do better. This is why you have to grow up. Well, the problem is there's a constant influx of people that are not growing up, that are coming into gaming all the time.
The thing he says this is why we have to grow up. The people sending death threats are probably younger people. They're probably people who are like 12, 13 years old.
I sent a death threat or two when I was 12 or 13.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You know, I'll fucking kill you, man. I swear to God.
You had to send them through the post as well, like just fucking
Well, actually, I was into
mail it to them.
No, I was actually into BBSs. I don't know if you know that. They were 26 and 36. 36. Oh, another Jeff the Chin. Thanks. Another $15 for making me laugh. That's what I'm here for, buddy. Thank you so much. Very generous. No.
It's a BBS.
No, a BBS is a.
I know what a BBW is.
No, it's a B. That's right, because now it's a porn term. I forget. It's a broadcast something. All right, here's what it was, and it's actually early internet in some sense. All right, you call the server, so to speak, the BBS, and usually there's 1 or 2 phone lines. So you actually, if somebody's actually called it, you'll get a busy signal, and you dial up with either 28.8 or 36K or 56K. That was the top of the modems in those days, and you would log in, and you could do things. The first time I heard the word email was actually not in 1995 when AOL happened. I actually heard it in 1990. Because the best ones were the World War IV boards, or that was their interface. Because, get this, they had ANSI graphics. And they flashed, and they were different colors, too. We actually played games like Eve, but on text. I shit you not. And they were good games. They were great games. And they were actually multiplayer. The only thing is, you had to wait until, it was called Trade Wars, by the way. Anybody in the chat remembers that? You would have to wait till somebody logged out. So you could log in the BBS, and you could make your 15 moves that day. And then when the 24-hour period came around, and you could send mail. And here's where the email part came in. The World War IV boards were all connected. So at night, it went down for maintenance and sent out all the email to wherever it was supposed to go. It was fucking great. So I think I sent it through death threats then, to be honest with you. Via email.
All that effort, like you wait 24 hours for your moment to log in. You keep checking it's busy. You keep checking it's busy. You finally check in. I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch, if I ever find you.
You know what my fucking online name was back then? Because I changed it to Pissed Off Pete, but my first one was Lars Ulrich because he was the drummer for Metallica.
Oh,
and not only that,
isn't he?
I made an anti-macro that it was the most annoying macro in ever. It like slide big foot and it would type real slow. Lars Ulrich, flashing, 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 flashing.
Did you ever pretend to be the real Lars though?
I did have a few people write me and say, "Are you the real Lars Ulrich?" Why, yes, I am.
Send me pics.
Straight from Denmark. You know?
Send me your flashing colors.
You can't send pics in those days. They just have
exactly.
to believe you. It was great. It's good times. Good times. So I think we covered pretty much everything. Everything we pretty much fucked Napster. Dr. Zhivago. Yeah. Well, that was later. That was like 10 years later. I think we covered everything we did. Look, 325 in the chat. If you enjoyed, you had a good time. Thank you so much for the donations. But if you hit that like button, I would appreciate this. Let's get this around. Let's get shot for the point around. That's what I'm talking with all the fluff. That's what DJ Wheat is. DJ Wheat, Howard Stern, Opie and Anthony, Don Imus, all my biggest influences for getting into this fucking game. You don't know any of those guys. Maybe DJ
I
Wheat.
know fucking Opie and Anthony.
Oh, do you know Opie? It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
My brother fucking loves them.
But DJ Wheat was the first gaming broadcast I listened to in 2009 to about 2011. And it was called, gaming. They called it Gaming Without the Fluff, right? And I grew up listening to sports radio, which isn't that common over here in Europe. And Live on 3. And it had Slasher. And it had Sir Scoots, who's a Counter-Strike coach, and they talked gaming like people talk sports.
Yeah.
And that was like, I want to be like DJ Wheat. Now DJ Wheat's one of the top guys on Twitch. I don't know if he's like he's behind the scenes guy. I think he's right behind Hassan or whatever he is. I think. I don't know. And I sent him a message. I said, I wanted to thank you personally. I got a job on a podcast. It's doing really well. It's
you sent him one of those
and
messages.
Yes, I did. And he just wrote back, yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I
was so honored it was DJ Wheat because DJ Wheat's the best. He did tell me that he was thinking about bringing out Live on 3, but it'd have to be like kick ass. And he was doing podcasting and stuff like $25. Holy New Age cut. Get a drink using your platform for subs. Go follow me, bitch. It's that. No problem, man. Follow New Age Cuck. He's in the chat. Type in there. It'll help you out. I don't know if I like guys that do that. Follow my channel and they have no content. That's always funny to me.
Oh, that's my favorite. I had a guy sent me a message, a Twitter DM this morning, and then he was like, "Hi, dude. I really like your content. Would you like to do a collab with me? One of the problems might be that my videos aren't that good, but also I'm only 12, so maybe you don't collab with to that." And I was like,
"How do you handle that?
Let me just check out this kid's fucking channel. He's got 10 subs."
How do you handle that? Because I don't like to be a dick.
I basically like I will reply to everything that isn't the request for a collab. So like if they ask how I am, I'm like, I'm doing good, dude. That's, you know, and kind of just ignore the fact that they've asked for a collab. Like if it's that. Or if they're really adamant, like, no, will you work with me? Will you work with me? I'll either just say, look, you need to focus on building up your channel first. You need to focus on maybe improving your content and things like that. Or if I'm having a bad day, I will give them the if I'm having a bad day, I'll give them the most real fucking criticism ever. Because this one kid sent me a message saying, I want to work with you. I want to do a collab video with you. I think my content's really good. And did the whole like, oh, you inspire me and all that stuff where you're like, you're just trying to butter up my fucking dick so it slides in easier.
I got you.
So I go on his channel. He's got his latest video is a 7-minute video with no commentary of him playing Pokemon on his 3DS, but he's filming his 3DS with his iPhone from like over fucking here, just like, so it's taking up about the middle 5% of the screen. And I replied with, I mean, the gameplay was really good, but you really need to work on your recording, your writing, your editing, your commentary, your technology, your script writing. Basically, you need to work everything from the ground up, and then we'll talk. Like, I felt bad, but at the same time, I was like, sometimes these kids need. I wish when I started YouTube, I had someone to say, "This is everything you're doing fucking wrong. Stop making content like this."
But I can't see. All right, I had this conversation offline. I'm glad you brought this up. Because I got a lot of guys sending me videos. First of all, I did know how to edit videos, but I was always just a streamer. And I only started editing videos on regularly, if you want to call it. I'm not making any money over there, but on Get to the Point, right? So I just started it. So prior to that, I was getting a lot of, how are my videos? And I don't, because the thing is, I'm going to be honest, 90% of them are horrible, all right? 90% of them are just horrible.
No,
and here's the other part.
Agree.
I'm not colossal as crazy. I don't go back 10 years with YouTube. I don't understand this platform, and you know, I know how to work Sony Vegas. I can stream on XSplit, and play some video games on OBS. That's it. That's really pretty much where. And I read a lot. You know,
I mean, this is. I'm in the same situation because when I started on YouTube, I made my channel in December 2014. My first video that I ever edited because I had no experience of it. I didn't go to fucking drama school like half the kids on YouTube. I didn't go to like media production classes or anything. I didn't give a shit until I started like deciding I wanted to do YouTube. So I made my channel in December 2014. Didn't upload my first video till the end of January, and that was my first video. Like the first thing I fucking edited together.
Gotcha.
So it's like,
actually, this channel's, if that's the case, this channel's 10 years old. Because I just got an account, and I didn't think to upload it on until 2009, and that was to tell everybody, or 2011, bye-bye, I'm leaving the army, everybody. So I just want to put it on Facebook so people could see it. You know, that was it.
And like, so when people do come to me and they're like, "Oh, your content's so good, your content's great," I'm like, dude, there's so much fucking better content out there. Why are you asking me how to edit? I don't know shit. Everything I've learned from YouTube tutorials. Like my favorite bit is when I was learning to use Sony Vegas, I couldn't for the fucking life of me work out if I had a stretch of video, how do I split that into individual bits? I looked up a video, and the video was like fucking tutorial videos, by the way. Why are they 3 minutes long or more for the simplest fucking shit? I watched a 3-minute video where the guy went, "Just press the S key." I was like,
make sure you have the right track highlighted before you press that S, otherwise the whole fucking thing goes.
Oh my fucking god. And it's just like stuff like that. I had to look up how to split tracks. I had to look up how to press the S key in Sony Vegas. That's my limitations when it comes to video editing.
Well, one of the things I like about Americans are always accused of, at least I hear from Europeans, is like we're just do it type of people. And there's some good sides and downsides to that, and then there's the going to school for it. There's some good sides and downsides to that. The worst one being you never actually get to do anything until you're out of school. And everybody else that had the American, let's just do it. But I really think when it comes to this stuff, just do it. Just do it. Just make it happen. But going back to what I was saying before, one of the reasons I don't review these videos, I know I have a lot of creators that want to be creators, and I don't want to discourage them. If I tell them their video sucks, they're going to stop watching. So
yeah,
it's like,
that's the problem. That is the problem. If you tell someone, if someone's content's bad, even if you say it in the most constructive way possible, like, look, don't think you're doing it right. I think you need to do this. they see it as he's just shit all over my video. I'm not fucking watching that.
Well, who the
content.
fuck does he think he is? He has 100,000 subs. So I'm trying to get, you know, like, yeah, it's like, what's me in a
Yeah, we all have to start somewhere, dude. And I'm like, I know, I started in the same fucking place.
Yeah, you just got to do it. And I think, especially with today's younger generation, don't be afraid to get laughed at. Don't be afraid to be called irrelevant. One of the biggest criticisms of me when I got debated, because I had over 1,000 videos, all of them were live streams, or 1,000 videos, and I didn't have 1 million hits at that point. Like, that doesn't mean anything. This isn't a kill-death ratio. You know, we're not going... It just matters if people want to watch it or not. So that's my advice to them. And it's just really... And know when you send me something that I may not be objective because I want you as a fan. And my experience is no matter how much you say that you can take criticism, it don't work. And here's another thing. I don't have time. I don't have time to fucking be the Siskel and Ebert of YouTube videos.
I like when I get someone who says like, Liam, you put out so much content, you do so much hard work. By the way, will you check out my video? And I'm like, you just said how much fucking work I do. I got to do my work, man. I got to feed my fucking dogs. I've got to get paid.
Yeah.
I don't have time to start your
bitching.
career. Plus, fucking, what if your content's better than mine? I'll kickstart you so you can fucking fly past.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, I don't get time. Well, let's take some calls because we got a lot of people.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's think, and we'll stick to the topic, the main topic at least to start off. West Orbit, you lost. Jack's on fire. Oh, Diorio, meme master Diorio.
Ooh.
You are becoming one of my favorite Twitter accounts.
Oh shit! Hold on, I can't hear you.
Because you're an idiot, you moron. You're fucking dope. Jesus Christ. Now he's dropping and breaking shit. Jesus, before fucking Liam's computer explodes, can you get...
Yeah, fucking hell, we're on borrowed time, mate.
What the fuck is going on over there?
Just propping the
and you
bodies up against the
motherfuckers
wall.
in the chat, come on. Give me over 100 at least. Come on. Yeah, come on.
Hey,
come
Tommy,
on.
my bad.
Hey, you're becoming... Even though you're an asshole for not having your headphones on, thanks so much for the sub. Even though you're an asshole, you are becoming one of my favorite Twitter followers because you make pretty nasty memes. And I've been meaning to ask you, were you a little pissed off when... first of all, did you make this Kevin Spacey meme?
Which one?
The one when he's in front of the one when he's in front of... I know where there's a school over there.
Oh, no, not that one. That one I got from...
Oh, you nabbed it?
I nabbed that one, yeah.
Oh, okay, because, you know, Alex nabbed it, and he got like 1,000 fucking likes. I retweet. And you know where he nabbed it? He nabbed it from me. I retweeted yours because I don't do that. I'd like to see you get some followers. But he nabbed it. He got fucking 1 or 2K fucking likes on that bitch.
Jesus Christ.
All right, what do you got for me
I was
today?
just happy what I got.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got 100, you know. All right, Nick, what do you got?
All right, so do you know everything that happened with this whole Battlefront shit? Because they did... like lower the price for Vader and Luke and them.
Is there
but
new
they
information?
didn't tell you that they lowered the fucking rewards for beating the campaign. And you know what else? The community manager, they called us fucking armchair developers. That's what they fucking called us. People were refunding the game, and you know what else fucking happened? They took away the refund button.
I did know that. Armchair developers, this has nothing to do with development. This is consumers complaining about for price gouging. That's what it's complaining about. It has nothing to do with development. It has everything to do with price gouging.
Out today.
What's that? What
Another EA game came out today, Need for Speed. You know how you upgrade your car?
How?
With fucking cards. Not parts, with fucking cards that are randomly generated in fucking loot boxes.
Oh,
you have to pay for the loot boxes too. They're not like just a random free
And you get
thing.
some of them at the end of the thing. Fucking Call of Duty comes out now and they make you fucking watch people open supply drops for challenges. Fucking microtransactions are killing the whole fucking industry.
Yeah, you know,
it's
here's the
ridiculous.
thing. I'm not against microtransactions and I'm not against DLC. I'm against not giving you the whole game and I'm against pay to win.
Pay to win.
Yeah, and pay to win. That's what I'm against. And now everything's becoming pay to win. And you know what? You know, the gaming industry might be killing the goose that laid the golden egg here because I remember when the video game, and well, let me be honest, I don't remember, but I did read a lot about it, and I was alive when it happened. The arcade games went up to 50 cents. The Atari, I think it was 5200 came out. It was ridiculously expensive, and it really, in a lot of ways, wasn't much of an upgrade from the Atari 2600. What was it? You know, and then so the Atari went broke. And then their Atari went broke, and that was, and also an ET. So ET, 50 cents, and this new system that was coming out where they were price gouging, and that was the end of Atari, and the entire industry collapsed. In a smaller way, I watched Sega become the top guys in the all of gaming. Everything had to run through Sega Genesis. And then I saw Sega CD and 32X, and they were just gouging their fans. There will be a fallback, and it sucks because actually when it collapses, it affects us too because the content gets shitty. So, I mean, they may be killing the goose that laid the golden egg. Yes, this is a big industry. Yes, you can charge a lot of people a lot of stuff for relatively little overhead, and that's a good thing for both people. But this is just gouging. This is I don't look. You got to make money where you can make it, but not to the point where you're going to destroy future business. Let me give you an example. I know a guy that got a PlayStation 2 that he ran a comic book store, and he had it 2 days. This is the first year it came out. Was it PlayStation 2? Yeah, PlayStation 2. 2 days before Christmas, and I looked at him and I said, "I can't believe you have that in the box. You know, I bet you could go down to Flemington, New Jersey, and one of those fucking snotty ass rich kids' dads, and sell it for $2,000." And he looked at me and said, "Tommy, you're damn right I could, but I won't." I was like, "What are you, fucking nuts? This place is falling apart. You don't know if you're going to be here next week and everything. All your sales are on the internet." He said, "Yeah, but eventually it'll bite me in the ass because if I sell that thing for $2,000, they're going to know damn well it's not worth $2,000, that I was just simply gouging. And they're going to tell everybody they know that my business is a big fucking huckster ripoff. And eventually I have lost customers that would have come in otherwise if I maybe only charged an extra $20 and only made $20 on the transaction, or something like that. See, that the future business is more important than the short-term game. And if the big game, I mean, they have NHL and NFL, and they have Star Wars, and they have all these great World War I and II and futuristic shooters. If these guys think in that way, you're looking at a fourth grand. I think it would be the third game crash, and it's not good for anybody, but it might be necessary. Nick, or Liam, excuse me.
Yeah,
Liam, what do you think?
I completely fucking agree. Like, this is similar to, it's similar as well to what me and Dave were talking about last week, where because EA are thinking of getting rid of yearly games, aren't they?
Are they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're thinking of getting rid of, like,
fantastic.
instead of releasing like NFL every year, like 14, 15, 16, 17, they're thinking of just releasing like a base game and just
and updating
basically
the rosters.
you'd pay a fee to constantly upgrade it.
Yeah. Well, it would probably be $60, which I'd rather have a new game every year.
So now that the whole
each game
this whole
really is a
Battlefront-
$60 roster update every year anyway. You just get new Ultimate Team features.
Yeah,
exactly.
that would be it. Yeah.
So
you just get
with
NHL.
the whole Star Wars thing now as well, it's almost like that's just more evidence of EA just gouging. They're just like, how can we get as much money from our customers as possible, as quickly and as regularly?
But if he's right, I think Nicholas Doria is right. If they got rid of the rewards, there's no reason to get rid of the rewards. I mean, there's no overhead with fucking gaming awards. You don't have to put it in. You have to stock it in some stock room. That sounds like revenge.
Yeah, that is. That's the most. It's the most
like
petty fucking response ever. It's oh, you want the price to come down? Well, fuck you.
We'll lower the price, but we won't give you anything that we're supposed to give you to begin with.
EA is the equivalent right now to a fucking little girl crossing her arms and stamping her fucking feet. Going, I don't want it.
They just make it worse with every fucking thing that they say. It just gets worse and worse.
I know.
Whoever is at EA's PR, fucking fire all of your team and fucking get someone in that can do it.
Hello, EA's PR. Yes, I'm sorry. We can't take your call right now. We're sitting in a safe space, and no one can penetrate it. We're going to sit in our bubbles and act really scared.
All our lines are locked right now.
They got to go in the safe space because they keep getting death threats from all the fucking
all 7 of them. All 7.
All 7 death threats.
All 7 death threats.
I was supposed to be shocked and appalled by 7 death threats.
Dude, I'm a fucking YouTuber, and I've had more than 7 death threats.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, how many death threats did you get after baited?
What? Oh God!
How many death threats did they give you after baited?
Over 100 in that week. I know that. They've only trickled off since.
Do you know how many death threats you get after you call a girl a cunt? Jesus Christ!
Jeez, no, I got tons of them. None of it's serious.
How dare you upset Keemstar? I hate you.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He made you.
Didn't you get a lot of like past tense meme death threats after Chad did the whole fucking die in the army thing?
No, they.
Did people not latch onto that? Like, I also hope Tommy died in the army.
Yeah, but you know what? I know I could have rode that wave, but I blew it because I thought I had the momentum. And then I thought I had the momentum, so I really started trashing people, and the people just had enough. I should have just shut up after Dies of the Army, to be perfectly honest with you. So initially there was outrage the other way, and Beta just got bombed. And I should have just shut up and said, good luck, guys. That was the thing. But I did have to address the Dies in the Army. I had to address that because that's fucked up, and I think my Army brothers wouldn't appreciate it too much if I just let it slide and embrace the meme. But yeah, let's stop talking about that shit. Nick, thanks for calling, buddy.
No problem.
Bye-bye. Good guy, Nick the order. What should we take here? Let's take a new guy. The 101st Fantasy. The 501st Fantasy. You're on here. What's up, man?
Okay. You know the first Battlefront?
What? The one that came out like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. I bought it for PS4.
Yeah.
Big waste of money.
It's just a pay-to-win game.
Yeah,
and I have a feeling this new campaign for Battlefront 2, judging from what people have been saying, or that one video I saw where there was a guy that Anisian Sarkeesian as a god.
What?
Not kidding.
What are you talking about?
It was apparently a guy working for the story for Battlefront 2.
Are you drunk? Are you drunk?
Oh, no, definitely not.
Why not?
But I know there was what
I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
Like I saw a video where one of the guys that was running Battlefront 2 was praising Anisian Sarkeesian for some reason.
Oh, what are you saying? Let me see. All right, you're saying the guys that made Battlefront 2 were praising Anita Sarkeesian. It's funny, they're acting like her. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Do you think Battlefront 2's story would become an SJW fest?
Don't know. Got to see it. Wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me. There's very few male heroes in video games. They seem to be less and less all the time. I noticed in Battlefield 1, the black soldier, American soldier, was been replaced with what looks like a Russian woman. So maybe. I don't know. I think being white and being a hero is the last thing that some of these bigger companies want to do. Progressivism has invaded corporate America, but I really don't want to say. And you know what? I don't want everybody to have that fucking sort of ideology wherever they go, because if I was afraid to see Wonder Woman, and it was actually a pretty good movie. So you can't always think that way. I heard EA is making a new slogan for themselves. If it's in the game, it's probably behind a pay window. Sucker! Good one. That's very good.
Bravo,
fuckhead of the day. You don't get anything for being fuckhead of the day. You only get fuckhead of the week. All right, man. Thanks for the call, buddy. Take care. Fuckhead of the day. Gun Cannon 15. Hardcore gamer. All right, let's look. I'll put that kid that sounds like Harry Potter on. Harry Potter, you're on the air.
Hello, Tommy.
Hello.
My family isn't the richest.
You're in Hogwarts? What?
I heard it.
What's up, man?
But when I buy a game, I want to get the game. Yeah, I want.
You don't buy shit. Your mom and dad does. Give me a fucking break.
Let me finish, Tommy. Let me finish.
I like to buy a game. You know, you like to ask your mom if she'd buy you the game. That's the truth.
Yes, Tommy. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Well, if I pay, because where I am, it's £60 for the game. That's a lot. I don't want companies hiding it behind day one DLC that they've already made before the game came out. Like the new Call of Duty World 2.
Yeah.
Even before the game came out, they was advertising the first DLC. Before the game was even on store shelves, they was advertising it. And I loved how Call of Duty used to do their DLCs. They would release the full games, all that they've worked on, through the entire. They wouldn't hide it behind a paywall on day one. They would wait, and then after the game's been out for a couple months, they'll go, okay, let's give them some more content. You don't make the full game and then
it's not even they're giving us content, they're forcing us to get, if you want to stay competitive, you have. It's one of the reasons I can't get in the Hearthstone. You know, I'd like to play Hearthstone, I really would. You know, but I don't want to buy 20 packs and not really even know what I'm doing in the first place. I think they're killing a lot. I think Blizzard's killing a lot of new games. Here's the deal. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to save all my money for the next badass PC, and I'm going to drop these games all together because, to be perfectly honest with you, I get more out of independent games now retro games and stuff that doesn't have this. And by the way, there's a lot of it. The problem is it's not on console. So I think the solution to this problem long term is put $3 grand together, you know, get your little paper out, and
that's literally my plan. Yeah. Well, obviously after today as well, fucking upgrade the PC.
But this was, you know, I think this was a wake up call for a lot of people. Obviously, it was a bit of at least a little bit of a wake up call for EA. I think it's a wake up call for a lot of people, and I did feel like I basically have bought every single big video game since I got with Baited because I thought that was the thing to do. And look, I'm not a pro at any of them. I just like playing video games and interacting with people. And I have to buy new ones and the hottest one to get eyes on the screen so I can talk, interact, and make a little cash. That's what I have to do. I'm what I call a cartridge flipper. I was like this when I was a kid. You know, asteroids, kangaroo, dig dug.
Asteroids, Jesus Christ.
That's the way I was. Yeah, that's
quality gameplay on Windows 3.1.
Did you see I played E.T.? I played E.T. and beat it. Did you see that? Look at my pin, Liam. You didn't see that? Like, I beat E.T. It took me like 3 hours or something like that. I streamed it on Twitch. I streamed the fucking thing on Twitch, and it's my pinned tweet. And you see
how many people watched it?
You got. It's just my pin. Check my pin. You can see how exasperated I was.
I'll do it now. Fuck's sake.
Actually, you know what? No, you don't do it.
If you blue screen my fucking PC with your
you know what? I'll show it to
tweet.
You're gonna, because it's really nerdy exasperation. You can watch it now.
Got so pissed off because he couldn't do it.
I got mad because people were telling me to quit.
Oh, here we fucking
that really made me upset. That pissed me off. And then I was
full screen that bad boy.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, sir. And this took a while, and you can see I'm focused, as focused as anything, because somebody kept telling me that I couldn't do it. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
You can't see it, but too bad, Jack. Watch it on the stream. Here we go.
I will. It's a bit delayed.
Fucking graphics.
They're good. They're good for the time. Now fucking Twitter fucked up. All right. Let's try this again. All right. Yeah, here we go. I'm laser focused. Oh, come on, Twitter. Stop fucking up. All right. I guess it just doesn't want to download that part. Well, I guess I'll skip. Here we go.
Oh.
Yep. Chase the two guys away. Praying they don't come back. Look at me. Yes! Fucking breathing at me. And I'm angry.
God.
You're so happy.
You look like you just did fucking heart surgery.
Yes, he's live.
It's a rat, boys. It's a rat. We got a heartbeat.
I get to go to bed now.
So it made me sad. Go fuck off, Beaver McWood. Oh, sorry. I said, all right, say Voldemort.
Voldemort. All
right, good. You can't say that here. It's the name that can't be spoken. Bye.
He sounds like Neville fucking Longbottom, man. Why is it always me?
I don't know. Any prepubescent German English kid that calls, I say they're Harry Potter. So, because it pisses them off and makes
the memes, dude.
The memes, bro. I'll go with another new guy, which is always dangerous. Chash Rusky?
Trash.
What's up,
have
man?
you seen the wonderful hashtag gambling tag on Twitter?
What's that? What's hashtag gambling? What's that?
On the Star Wars Battlefront subreddit, we basically decided that because EA are being a bunch of scamming cunts with a loot box system, that because Disney are very, very strong with protecting their brand, we would get Disney on Twitter recognized with gambling, and Disney doesn't like gambling. So if you go on Twitter right now and type in hashtag gambling, you'll see for the last 24 hours just a constant stream of tweeting.
Good.
Yeah, sorry there.
Fantastic. Sir, you sound like a guy that sent a death threat. Are you one of the seven? Are you one of the seven by any chance?
Well, I'm from Glasgow. What do you No, but I'm serious though. We basically just started this entire stream that's been going on for 24 hours, and every single minute there's new tweets where it's basically saying, I'll actually put up one this now.
Boy, you're pissed. You're really willing to do something.
Yeah, fucking hell.
I've been up 24 hours watching this. Like, I've watched Sid Alpha, who's a YouTube commentator that I love in video game. He's got this series called Dirty Devs, which is normally indie developers. 11 hours ago, he uploaded his first ever AAA developer, Dirty Dev, and it was EA for Star Wars Battlefront.
You're mad.
Jim Star. Oh, I am very pissed off because I've been waiting for this game since 2005.
What's the name of your firm, by the way?
What?
What's the name of your firm over there in Glasgow?
What do you mean firm?
I'm just kidding. You sound like a hooligan.
I'm not.
What's the name of the firm? You Celtic? Are you Rangers or Celtic?
See, either way, I'm just going to get stabbed if I answer that question.
Like, no one knows the fuck you are. Are you Rangers or Celtic? You're fucking...
I don't actually pay attention to football now.
You're Scotty McScotsman for all they know, you know?
He gives the death threats. He doesn't want to receive
what am I asking for? This guy pays attention to fucking football. No, he's fucking freaking out over Star Wars 2.
No, it's really hysterical with this though. Is Jim Sterling 5 hours ago uploaded a video titled "Star Wars Battlefront 2: A Bad Mobile Game in Premium Clothing."
Oh, really? It's a bit. Well, that's what the last one was. It was a good. It was beautiful looking, and it wasn't even. Yeah. It was a nice atmosphere. The last game had great atmosphere, and the music really made it. Wasn't that good?
The gameplay was shit.
The gameplay was shit. It was.
Yeah,
it was like nothing.
It at all.
But it did give you a vibe that you were there, like in a battle at Endor. It did give you the vibe, but it was.
Oh yeah, like
I better games than that. You know?
I loved the dogfights. The dogfights I loved. Just the ground battles I hated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Well, you're one pissed off Scotsman. That's the best thing about this call.
Over Twitter for like the past 24 hours, there's tweets like, at Disney, want your kids addicted to #gambling, and the new EA Star Wars Battlefront 2 game introducing them to slot machines at an early age. And like, if you go into your Discord, I actually posted this like when you started the stream. We've got an infographic for it.
Send it to me. Send it to me on my DMs. My DMs are open here, so you're more than welcome to
it's in I'll send you a DM.
Send it DMs. I'll take a look at it. Because I gotta go. It's like it's time to end the show. You're the last caller. Congratulations. All right.
Nice.
I'm glad to hear from the core base of Star Wars Battlefront 2, and you are it, sir. I would have got it. I would have got it. I hedged this time because I didn't want to get ripped off again. I mean, I could afford it, but it's just like, you know.
Dude, it would take you 6 months of grinding.
I don't have time. I got to play other games. I got to stream. I got to play games.
Yeah,
I got to do a show. I got to make videos. I mean, what the fuck, dude? You know, and I got to pick up my kid at 4 o'clock every day. You know, it's ridiculous. All right, man. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for the call, brother.
Man, thanks for having me on there,
brother. I think that guy's in a, what do they call that? Grime rap group. That's what he is.
Oh, mate, grime. Fucking hell, that takes me back.
I don't hate grime, to be honest with you.
Grime's not awful.
I know, it's not. There's something...
It's not good, but it isn't awful. It's listenable.
Yeah,
you have to be in the right mood.
About it. It takes me back to like the old school days, like New York, late 80s, early 90s, where people are actually, I don't know, rhyming. And I think the music just has something to be desired, but I mean, most of those kids are fucking poor. I think that's why hip-hop, kind of translates to people. Ace Trainer Liam, thank you so much for being on the show. You're amazing as usual. If you're a Pokemon guy, well, shit, not even that. Check Ace Trainer Liam out.
I'm a fucking everything guy.
You're an everything guy, and he does a lot, and he does fantastic streams, and you do something that I really like. You interact with your girlfriend in a very real way, like your family. No, but I think, to me, I find that entertaining. Like, I find that entertaining when you're talking about, like, he had to go to, I don't know, some graduation ceremony.
You mean you like watching me dig myself a big fucking hole and then
real,
try to weasel my way out of it?
It's like gaming and kind of family stuff, which I find interesting. And you're talking, look, I'm not going to enjoy myself, but I will pretend that I'm enjoying myself, and I will be nice to your parents. I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go if you really don't want to be there. No, you're graduating. I love you. I'm going to be there, but you won't want to be there. It's fucking great conversation to me.
It's like playing the real life fucking Sims is what it is.
Yeah, that's right. All right, give me everybody my best. Thank you so much, fuckheads. Thank you so much for your generous donations. If you like, get some Shop from the Point gear. It's in the description box below. It's still good. I'm looking into getting it on sale for Christmas and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for being a part of Shop from the Point, and we will see you really soon. Ace Trainer Liam on Twitch and YouTube. 100,000 subs a play button. See you tomorrow, bitches. We're out.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she bout to catch a pedigree. Chi-town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.